you got to be at least a little delusional to achieve your dreams. You know, only the delusional people are courageous enough to take the actions that are deserving to achieve their dreams. You have to be a little delusional to make your dreams come true. There's a reason why less than 80% of Americans are making less than 100K. You know, the six-figure mark that most people say guarantees you at least a survivable life nowadays. And I think I want to have a conversation about that. I believe that only the delusional people actually take action on the advice that's given to them. Only the delusional people are the ones that are brave enough and courageous enough to dream big and allow the world to see how crazy they are. And to be honest, I think more people are delusional than we actually realize, and they're just afraid to show that part of them. Society has beaten down the dreams of people enough to make them think that they're not achievable and they don't even try in the first place. And that's why so many people don't achieve their dreams.
Alright guys, I'm just gonna say I hate all of the New York influencers. I think that they're boring as fuck and they're all carbon copies of one another. They all wear the same exact fucking bracelet. They all have the same exact fucking handshake that someone else influenced them to get. Yeah, they all look like they shop on Revolve. They're all just like basic ass skinny, but they're skinny and pretty, so stuff looks cute on them, but boring.
I'll just start by saying New York City influencers are boring. This is primarily because none of the mainstream NYC influencers are native New Yorkers.
NYC influencers are boring because they're literally being factory produced. These are posts in a format that are easily repeated, tried and tested, monetizable, and mainly appeal to brands.
And I've been hearing a lot about these NYC influencers and how successful but boring they are, which honestly proves that you can have no talent and still achieve your dreams. Talentless people are achieving their dreams. So what I'm hearing honestly is that there really is no reason, no excuse for you to not go out and take action. You have to be a little delusional to achieve your dreams. There's a balance that you need to strike between delusion and pragmatic. You know, delusional enough to be courageous enough to take actions, but pragmatic and practical enough to know which course, which direction would be best for you. Now, I've been watching a lot of self-improvement YouTubers, you know, those business influencers that teach you the methods and ways that you could probably find a way to start making that type of financial resource in your life. And in the comments, there's always these claims that there's probably a little bit of scamming going on in their messaging, which may be true. I won't count that out. But to immediately resort to calling this person out for scamming, I think is a self-limiting belief that you have onto yourself, and you're just projecting that onto the world. You may very well think that you're helping others to not get scammed out of their money for this idea that may seem a little crazy, but could that be a symptom of this statistic of people who don't actually achieve their dreams? Do most people not achieve their dreams because they don't try, or do they not try because they don't believe that they can achieve it? And it's kind of sad when you think about it. 80% of the population was already given the keys on how they could achieve their dreams, and they didn't take the action on that. They were given the advice that they needed to make it out of the matrix, and they just brushed it off as a scam, left themselves in their comfort zones. The delusional people took action. And I guess there is a conversation that could be had on whether these transplant New York City influencers are actually gentrifying the city and actually raising the value of the city. And to that I say, adapt. I think people get into the mindset that there should be a complaint about everything, and if you're complaining, I suggest just doing something about that. Whether it be changing yourself or changing your environment, you have to do something about that and not just live in complacency. That's the main reason why I always talk so much about traveling, because you get to see what else is out there. What other environments would you like for your life? And maybe you'll become an expat as a result of that, or you can just become better in the environment that you already in. I'm lucky to be in New York, where the best of the best is, arguably the best of the best. And I'm lucky to be in New York, where arguably the best of the best is. You know, the heart of innovation is in New York. And I get to see in person my top competitors in this world. Which is why I say that it might be debatable on whether you should be an expat or not. Because you might end up liking a country, and when you actually get to that destination, you're in a country full of, you know, average people. You know, and you're just the best of the average of the world. But the key is knowing what you want for your own life. If that's what you want for your life, if you feel like this environment is too hard, I say explore your options. See, I just saw a Lamborghini Urus, and as a person who is personally very into cars, seeing that is just inspirational. Casually seeing a Lamborghini Urus is inspirational to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm materialistic for that, but motivation is motivation.
When the economy is doing good, y'all want to see aspirational content. When the economy is doing bad, you want to see more inspirational content. We are now in the inspiration wave, so creators with strong personalities, interesting hobbies, and with focuses on learning will gain traction. And we'll probably get back into aspirational creators when the economy recovers.